just be leading the session purely from a facilitation point of view. My name is Mike Duman. I'm the Talent Acquisition Manager for Car Sales and proudly working with Nandini, Pamela, Sam and Georgia and happy to share information. I'll have Georgia put some information into the chat as well just to help preempt some FAQs. But yeah, just be starting off with a few questions to our graduates. So maybe if we can start off with Pamela. Just why car sales? Why did you join car sales?
Yeah, so one of the key reasons I chose car sales because I feel car sales is a company who truly embrace diversity. Because I joined car sales as an international student, and we do accept international students if we have like a valid graduate visa with full working right. So that's why I feel like we really assess people based on their passion and capability rather than like, where I am from. Yeah, so that's one of the key reasons.
Excellent, thanks Pamela. Sam, what about yourself? Why did you join the car sales graduate program?
Yeah, I guess there were two main reasons. I think the first one was because car sales specifically was offering a graduate program in the field of data. And so, as I was getting towards the end of my university degree, I just felt like I really wanted to learn skills in that field and work in different teams related to data. So things like data engineering, data science, data analysis, those sort of things. But at the same time, as on top of offering the data graduate program, I just wanted to work in a company that was working with, modern technologies, using cloud services, things, so I could learn a lot of, really modern skills.
Excellent, thanks Sam. Nandini, slightly different question to yourself in regards to why car sales, but also as a recent starter to car sales, why did you choose car sales over other graduate opportunities that you're also considering?
So my answer is actually quite interesting because the reason I chose car sales is not just flexibility, creativity, freedom that they offer, which we do, but because I had this sense of belonging. If you see our hashtag, it's "We are car sales." So before even joining the company, I had this sense of belonging that, I think I'm going to be a part of something big, which is something that I did not get from a lot of other companies. I did not get "we are something." This was just car sales. And I think that's the biggest reason.
Excellent. Thank you, Nandini. Pamela, I might just get you to introduce your role, your current role, and some of the responsibilities that you have in your role as a graduate.
Yeah, sure. So currently I'm working as a technology graduate at car sales. So my first rotation, so we have 3 rotations in different teams. So my first rotation was with the development team, where I work as a software engineer to develop like both front end and back end applications. And then my current role is working as a DevOps engineer, where I start learning more the cloud infrastructure side of things. So that's my current work.
Excellent. And if you look, even look at as recent as things as your day today, what are some of the things that you enjoy about your responsibilities, and what are some of the challenges with your current role as well that you'd like to share with this graduate group?
Yeah. So something excites me is like I'm learning new things every single day, and especially now I'm working at DevOps. So when we come up with solutions for problems, we need to think at an organizational level. So it really broadened my my vision to see at an organizational level instead of like just develop one single application. So this kind of like architectural skill or design skill is what I couldn't learn from university. And this excites me and I really enjoy it. And the challenge, I think, is definitely when I first joined car sales in 2021, there were many lockdowns. So it was COVID. So I had to work from home every single day. So as a new member to a team, working from home initially could be a bit challenging because it's like not very effective communication might happen initially. But now after COVID, I feel happy to, just work with the team, sometimes in person in the office. Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, Pamela. Great responses. Sam, just in regards to a brief intro to yourself, a little bit about your position title and your role, a little bit about what you enjoy about your current role, and also if you can share some of the challenges as well.
Yeah, sure. So I'm a data graduate. So I'm in the other stream of the graduate program. And so I'm in my final rotation, just as Pamela is also. My first rotation was in data analytics. So that was February last year. And so in that team, we were doing a lot of ad hoc analysis, creating dashboards or querying data. We did some A/B testing and some experimentation there too. In my second rotation, I moved to the data science team. So that had a bit more of a focus on a deeper dive into analytical problems and some modeling and a bit more technical work. For my final rotation, which I started 1.5 months ago, I'm with the artificial intelligence team or the AI team. And so this team is sort of at the intersection of technology and data. In order to have AI, you need a lot of data to feed into it, but also they do have a lot of software development skills as well. So that's sort of my progression through the program. So in the AI team, they do some experimentation. They are building some AI models, but they also do a lot of support, and they help to operationalize and keep AI models online and readily available for other consumers within the business. Yeah, so that was a mouthful, but challenges wise, I think as Pamela was saying, I definitely agree with COVID being a challenge. So I remember that the week before, or like the weekend before we started work, they called a lockdown. So we suddenly had like all of our laptops delivered to us to start our very first week, and everything was moved online. And so there's definitely been a fair bit of adaptation, flexibility that we've had to do in order to just get used to learning and get used to collaborating with people in an online environment. I think another challenge, and this is a bit of a strange one, but I think given that we are in a graduate program working in multiple different teams, I find, every single time you join a new team, there is that initial learning curve. So you join team A, my first team, data analytics, you've got that learning curve, and it can be challenging to familiarize yourself with what they use and how the team runs and the team culture and the team environment. And then you finish up in your 6 months and you move to another team. So there's definitely a bit of a learning curve every time you switch rotation, but that's also what makes it very rewarding because you learn a lot within a short period of time. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts, Mike.
Excellent. Thanks, Sam. Nandini, I know it's early days for yourself, but yeah, if you can just give a brief intro of your role and what do you enjoy about your role so far, and what are some of the challenges that you have in your role so far?
Like Pamela, I'm also a technology graduate. I just joined car sales. It's been like a little over a month, but it's been crazy fun. When I'm talking about what keeps me engaging, it has to be my team rituals. As Pamela also already knows, we play a game towards the end of the day, which gives a really great chance to, just catch up with the team, have some fun, which makes work even more fun. And even in my just like the first week of work when I just joined, I had this amazing introduction to the business, which was a little challenging, I think. But then again, there's so much you want to know. There's so much it's so huge. It's crazy how many opportunities you can explore in the future, which gave me a great start to actually figure these things out. And by the second week, I was really into my team, and I was like, okay, let's do something. And again, that's up to us. We can decide what we want. I think that was like the biggest thing for me, because as a graduate, I was thinking that I'll probably be assigned a task or something, but no, you get to choose. And it's the amount of work you think as a graduate that you might end up doing seems like a lot. Again, seems a little daunting at first, but I think the best part about car sales for me so far was people. We have such great support support, and it's such great support. I can't emphasize on how great that is, and how well I have utilized it. So I think apart from developing, apart from working on your back end, working on the front end as a software developer, there's so much that you learn about communication, about networking, and that's what I look forward to every day.
Excellent. Thanks, Nandini. I've just look at a few questions in the Q&A box. So has carsales starting, this is relevant to maybe the entire audience, has carsales starting the hiring process? Applied a few weeks ago, but haven't heard back yet. Yes, we have, and thank you for your application. So we're starting to take applications. Applications will close on April the 17th, and that's where pretty much that week following we'll be updating candidates of relevant progress, etc. So hang in there tight until after the Easter break. Enjoy your Easter break, and then we'll be in contact with you no later than the 25th of April is our timeline that we're working towards. In regards to, so Sam, were you able to answer the question around programming languages?
Yeah, sure. So the question was, what programming languages do you use for your dashboards and data queries? In general, SQL is used pretty much universally for the database queries. Depending on which database you are querying, you may have to modify the syntax a little bit depending on the flavor of SQL, but generally SQL is the thing, and dashboarding is usually done in Tableau, but I will just sort of add like a side note that like the technology does change over time. So something I say for now, teams can adapt and upgrade their technology, use new databases. So sometimes the skills that you might have right now, you might have to just adapt and improve on those to be up to date with what the team is using.
Excellent, thank you. I'll just continue to scroll down just to answer questions for the group here. So just in regards to sponsorship to graduates, I'll get Georgia to put some information in the chat group there in relation to that. But in short, the answer is yes once you are on the program. So you need to have full working rights to apply and be employed, and then we can sponsor during the program. But I'll get Georgia to post some information in the chat group there. The other question is, what do you look for in candidates while hiring? So it depends on what stage that you are in the process. As a starting point, we do look at a relevant degree, and we do look at academic results as a starting point, but it's not just about academic results. I can tell you that firsthand because we've just started to screen some applications now. It is about a relevant degree, relevant projects, and how you've constructed your CV to really highlight relevant projects that you may have worked on at uni for car sales. I've got another question here. What technology stacks are currently being used in AI engineering? Sam, I might throw that to you.
Yep, that's a big question. I think probably I'll just sort of keep it short. In general, the tools that we're using, most of the company is sort of on the AWS cloud. So AI services are all hosted on the cloud. And essentially there's a lot of little pipelines, Docker, code deploy, code pipeline, a whole bunch of tools which sort of connect all of the pieces together. But sort of the main key pieces would be AWS. There is some interaction with SageMaker, which is an AWS tool, which helps with machine learning and artificial intelligence as well. But again, sort of similar to the previous question I answered, the technology is changing and adapting as we find better ways to serve the consumers within the business. So what we use now may not be what we use forever. And so even right now, we are in the process of migrating away from some older tools so that we can use the latest tools, which will improve the training processes, improve the pipeline processes, and this sort of thing.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Just conscious of everyone's time, and I know we're getting closer towards 5 o'clock in the day, and thank you for everyone for staying on the screen. Just last question for Pamela, and then I'll ask Sam as well, is what keeps you engaged at car sales? What are you looking forward to, after the graduate program for you to continue working at car sales?
Yeah, I think at Castles there are many like other activities that keep me engaged every day. For example, today I just work in the office because I have a coffee catch up with a team member from other faculties, so department. So that's one way to keep engaged. And also another way is like hackathons. We have like an annual hackathon every day, every year at Castles. I just joined last year's hackathon. It was an AI themed hackathon, and I had a lot of fun with again people from different teams. So while talking with other people in the organization, I get to learn more about the organization and also the work they do every day. So it's helped me to sort of like decide what I want to do after the graduate program in a perm as a perm role in the future. Yeah, so that's about my thoughts. Yeah.
What about yourself, Sam? What are you looking forward to after your graduate program?
I think after the grad program, I think it's just sort of that feeling of sort of landing into that sort of team permanently. I think, as I was mentioning when I was introducing myself, in the graduate program, you know that you're sort of fixed in a team for a limited period of time. And it's a great opportunity of time to really explore and to learn as much as you can. And it's almost, in some ways, it's a bit like a sandbox environment. Like you're sort of just free to grow and ask your manager and talk to your manager what they can help develop you in. But I guess I'm looking forward to sort of that migrating into a permanent position where you have a bit more responsibility and you can really own something within the business. I think that's sort of something to look forward to after that.
Excellent. Okay, no, that's great. I'm just keeping an eye on the chat box as well. One of the questions, if your uni results is just below credit average, will you have a chance with your organisation? Yes, you would have an opportunity. We do look at grades as a starting point, but it's not just grades only. So yeah, I just reconfirm that if someone did have a lower academic record, that's not the be all and end all. In regards to progress, we use different forms of assessment, including ability assessments, which measure someone's verbal, numeric, and abstract reasoning. And we do that in conjunction with your academic results. Academic results do help, but it's not the black and white filter when we screen graduates in or out at that stage. Anyway, just double checking. I'm always keen to answer questions that people have. Hi, Mike. I'm based in Adelaide and seeking graduate BA roles. At this point of time, we don't offer graduate BA roles. We have two streams, one for data and one for technology. We wouldn't take a BA on the graduate program. We may consider them for other entry-level positions that do come up from time to time, but not specifically on this graduate program. Excellent. Well, yeah, from everyone at Car Sales, thank you very much. I know you've probably heard a few of these presentations and gone through quite a bit of information. So, as a general rule, regardless if you choose Car Sales or not, I wish you good luck with your final year of uni. I always recommend people to stay resilient in your graduate recruitment search. It does take a bit of time to go through assessments, assessment centres, listen to these type of information sessions as well. So you definitely stay resilient, enjoy your break. Good luck with your final year of study, and hopefully you choose Car Sales.